Cross, Chapter 37. When I left school, I knew I was going to be letting myself into the house. Nana was in the court with Dad that day, and Janie had track practice, so I wasn't in any big hurry to get there. First, I spent some time handing out more flyers in front of school. Not too many people were interested in talking to me, but I was used to that by now. I just kept walking up and down E Street, giving them to whoever would take them, and asking as many people as I could if they'd seen Gabe in the last 3 weeks. Of course, the answer to that one was no, no, and more no. After that, I took the bus to St. Anthony's Church. The truth was, I was getting desperate. I'm not that kid who says his prayers every single night, but sometimes when you run out of ways to hope for something, praying is the only thing left. I figured I might as well give it a shot. Father Bernardine wasn't around, but the sanctuary was open. The last time I'd been there was Christmas Eve, when I had the whole congregation putting a prayer up for Gabe. This time I struck in the back, where the people near the front with their heads down, and I didn't want to bother them. I slid into one of the last pews, got down on a kneeler, and bowed my head. "Dear God," I whispered, keeping this one just between the two of us, "thank you for making sure Gabe Qualls is okay so far. Please keep watching over him, and if there's anything you can do to help bring him home again, please do that too." I stopped and looked up for a second. Everything was so quiet in that church, it reminded me of why people say God is always listening, and I hoped they were right. And then I put my head down again and kept going. "I'm not sure what you think about Mr. Qualls, God, but if there's anything you can do to give him a better heart, or, I don't know, just make sure he's not a problem for Gabe, I'd really appreciate it, too." I wasn't even sure what I was praying for anymore. I didn't want to ask for something bad to happen to Gabe's dad. I just wanted things to be okay for Gabe. Hopefully Gabe knew where I was coming from, even if I wasn't using the right words. "Anyway," I whispered into my hands, "thank you for listening, and for everything you've done, and especially for anything you can do to help. I miss Gabe more and more every day." I stopped again because I got this weird sensation. It's like when you can just feel someone's eyes on you. And then when I looked up, sure enough, Nana? She was standing right there in her coat, holding her purse like she was on her way out to the church. I guess she'd been one of the people at the front and I hadn't noticed. "What are you doing here?" I asked. "Praying for your father," Nana Mama said. "But I might ask you the same question." "Same thing," I said, because I was embarrassed that I hadn't thought about that. "And for Gabe, too." "You know what?" Nana slid into the pew next to me. "Let's say one for Mr. Yang while we're at it." So I kept my head down and let Nana take the lead on that one. Then I said amen with her at the end, and we got up. I kind of been hoping to do even more canvassing on my way home, but I put that idea to hold. "Where are Dad and Bree?" I asked once we got outside. "They both had to go back to work. We'll see them at home later," Nana told me. "How about we get some takeout from Lola's for dinner? I'm too pooped to cook after that day in court." Nana even called us an Uber, which is about as rare as a hen's teeth, as she likes to say. She usually walks everywhere, and the truth is, she's kind of cheap about that stuff. But I was so tired, too, and I love the burgers from Lola's, so yeah, no complaints from me. "How'd it go?" I asked once we were in the car heading home. "At the trial, I mean." Nana swiped at the air like she was swatting away a mosquito. "That prosecutor's only interested in one thing, winning," she said. "But the truth will rise to the top, I have no doubt about that. I say your father can't lose." I didn't know she was just trying to make me feel better, but I liked that she said that. I needed some kind of good news. "How are you feeling about Gabriel?" Mama asked. I shrugged, because I wasn't sure what to say. "I just wish those detectives would move on Mr. Qualls already," I said. "I don't even know if they're talking to him or what." "Oh, honey," Nana said, "people in your dad's line of work have to keep a lot of secrets. You must know that by now. It doesn't mean they're sitting on their behinds." "Still, why is it taking so long?" I asked. Nana patted my hand while the Uber crawled through traffic. "Have a little faith, sweetheart," she said. "Try to trust in the process." "Yeah, okay," I said. "I'll try." And I really would, but it wasn't going to be easy.